Hello everybody. Welcome to Painting with Harold. And I am Harold. Thank y'all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Let me get my monitor on over here for a second. All right. Let's see. All right, I like that. Okay. Now I got y'all's chat in two places. That way if I lose it, I can find you. Tonight I am working on a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and I've already covered it with a very thin coat of liquid white. The colors I've got out tonight are, let's see if we can get this to focus on this, titanium white, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson. This is called Payne's Gray. If you don't have that, you can make it by mixing alizarin crimson with phthalo green, and it'll give you that color. I have out my Van Dyke brown, sap green, cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, and of course the evil bright red. And tonight I want to paint a painting it's not real difficult to do. In fact, I think it's fairly easy. So if you guys feel like you want to paint this after the live, feel free. Basically, this is the same painting that I painted last night that had all the snow in it. Well, tonight, it won't have snow in it. We're going to do like a summer or spring version of it. So, hope you enjoy it. With that said, we'll get started here. All right, first thing I'm going to do is come right over here in my Indian yellow. Tap a little of that color in the brush. And come up here like so. And something about like that should be fine for what we're doing tonight. Excuse me. I've had this crud going around and I can't seem to shake it. All right, now I'm going to take just a touch of bright red, put that on my brush, and give this color just a little bit, this Indian yellow, a little bit of orange hue. And I want to come back and just kind of sprinkle that in a couple places. Now, it does not take much red, okay? Red is strong. But I just, like I said, I just want to put this color in a couple places. In fact, we'll just blend it out. Hey, Miss Danita, how you doing? You're right, it has been a long time. All right, I'm gonna come up here, pick up a little of my alizarin crimson, and just tap a little of it in the brush. Okay. And I'm gonna just come right around this color with the crimson. Something about like that. Well, I'm glad you're alive. That's a good thing. Well, hello there, Flutterby. I want to say hello to everybody that's joined. Thank y'all very much for being here. Hey, MC. Beautiful painting over there you did tonight, brother. All right, now I'm going into the crimson again. And this time I'm going to get just a tiny amount of the Prussian blue. And I'm just mixing these colors right on the brush. Way more crimson than blue. That Prussian blue is 100 times stronger. Well, I'm getting better and better every day. A little stronger every day, Ms. Danita. All right, we'll come right up here in this corner first. Let's get the corners because we want them darker. We'll just bring this color across. A little bit more of it. We'll bring it into our alizarin crimson there. We'll do the same thing on this side. Just kind of bring it down and through. And something about like that should be fine. Okay, I'm not going to wash that brush just yet. I'm going to hang on to it a minute. But I am going to pick up another 1-inch brush. We'll come up here, just titanium white. Just plain titanium white. Tap that brush right in. And then right here in this yellow, I want to create a bright spot. Something about like that. And then just start working out. Don't bring this dirty brush back into your light color. If you do, it'll eat it up. Excuse me. Okay, now what I will do is I'll grab me a paper towel here. And we'll just rub as much of it out as we can on the brush. Alright. Now out here where these dark colors meet, I'm going to try to stay out of that white if I can, okay? I just want to come up here with little X strokes and just start blending this color. Get real soft around the edges. You want it real soft. And then rub that paint out again. And very lightly just brush over everything. Hey, John. All right, now I think what I'll do, using that brush my mama gave me, my finger, we'll come up here, put me a little sun in the sky. Just like so. And rub a lot of this paint out because I want to very lightly, just set the sun down into the sky. Now, if you want a little stringy cloud just floating around up there, just to give the paint a little attention, what you can do is put a little of that color on this 1-inch brush and just come up here and just let that little dude just come down and sit up here in the sky. And we're just going to bring his backside out, make him disappear back there. And just real softly rub across. Now, if you want to do more than that, all I did was just showed you how to do it. So, if you want to do 4 or 5 of those, lost out to Fire on the Mountain. Hey, Fire on the Mountain's a good song, though. But I guess I can't complain. I can't win them all. All right, now we'll take us just a tiny amount of white on our brush. Okay? Or maybe 10 or 12 of the bristles. And we'll come right under this cloud. And we'll light him up. Because you know good and well, that sun's going to have it. That sun's going to have him blaring up there. He's going to be lit up. Flutter by Pick My Song. Good. Well, if it ever does get chosen, I've got some ideas for you guys. All right. That should be about all we need for a pretty sky tonight. Okay? If y'all don't mind, hit that share button. Let some other people come in here and see this pretty paint. All right, with that same brush, I'm going to come right here into that color that I told you about, that Payne's Gray. And again, for those that wasn't here, if you don't have Payne's Gray, you can use Phthalo Green and Alizarin Crimson. Phthalo Green and Alizarin Crimson. All right, I'm going to load this paint on the brush. I'll come up here and just give myself the shape of a tree up here. Just tapping in what I think would be the shape of a tree. Yes, Fred, this is old. And thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here. All right. And we'll just say when we get down here, we'll just pop us in a few little bushes. How about that? Across here. Hey, Rose. What do I use to clean my brushes? Fred, I use a mineral spirits from the local hardware. It is supposed to be odorless. It is not. It's got a little odor to it, but that's what I use to clean the brushes with. If it wasn't such a task to move the camera around, I would gladly show you the cleaning bucket and the beater rack, the beater bucket, and all that. But it's kind of hard to do sitting in this wheelchair to move this thing around and get a real good shot of it. But I tell you what, you just gave me a good idea, Fred. I think what I will do is I think I'll do a video on my setup. I think that'd be a good idea. All right, come back over here, load the brush up again. In the same color. Hey, Wild Art. All right, we'll come right in here. Let's just start tapping us in another shape of a little tree here. And all I'm doing is with this 1-inch brush, just moving it basically from side to side, giving it some little protrusions out there like little limbs. You know how trees have those? Little limbs and all sticking out. That's all I'm doing. I mean, I'm not doing anything that's real difficult here. This is all real easy like. All right, we'll get down here. We'll pop us a couple of bushes under this one. And bring it across here. Like so. Thank you, Wild Art. I appreciate that. All right. And let's do us a big old tree on this side. Big one. But we'll still leave some of that color back in there so you can see through it to the sky back there. Because I kind of like that sky. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that sky kind of turned out pretty good. Alright, put some bushes under here. Just come out. let's come on this side now, do a little work. Come down in here and add some dark color. That's all we're gonna do. Just add us a little dark in here. We'll turn it into grass, or we'll turn it into something. Bushes, something. But all I'm doing is getting some dark color down, because without dark, there is no light. Something about like that. Should be fine. I think maybe just a little more right here. I can deal with that. All right, I think I am done with that brush. I'm pretty sure. Ooh. I tell you what, I don't know if I am or not. I'm gonna come over into my crimson a little bit. And my Prussian blue. I just want to make me a little color here. I want to come under these bushes. I just want to pull this color straight down. I'm glad. I hope you keep it up there, brother. It ain't supposed to be snowing in Mississippi. That's the beauty of living in the South. We don't have to put up with that crap. And then you gonna send it down here from Pennsylvania, of all places. You ought to know better to be living up there. All that snow and whew. Alright, we just want to pull this color straight down across here. I'm moving to Texas in a couple months. Well, I'll be. Miss Danita moving to Texas. How about that? Alright, now, real lightly, I want to come across this and just make this look like water. Real light. That's where your doctors are. Okay. Yeah, I'm through with that brush now. Okay. All right, next thing I want to do is come up here and grab my knife. Let's have some fun with the knife. All right, I'm gonna come up here into my Van Dyke Brown. Get me a little roll of paint. Come right over here in this tree. Give it a little trunk and a couple limbs. We'll let it get a little bit wider down here at the base. Then it'll be a healthy tree. Did not step on him when he was little. He grew up to be a big tree. All right, now another little roll of paint. Let's come over here into this little bitty feller. I don't think he ate as good. Kids probably took his lunch money when he's coming up, tiny as he is. I kind of doubt that because he had a big old daddy tree over here taking care of him. Big old tree. Goes all the way off the canvas. We'd have to put another canvas on top of this one just to see how big this tree really is. Alright, we'll give him a couple little limbs here and there. Now when y'all doing this, you don't have to overdo on the limbs. Most of them are not going to be seen when you do highlights anyway. So alright, while we're working with this brown, let's come up here and get us a little bit on our knife. And we'll come back in here and just start bringing this brown around. Bring it all the way down to the water's edge there. And then just come out of these bushes up here and pull you some more of it out. Remember, this is oil paint. You don't have to be perfect right here, okay? That is the beauty of paint with oil paint. You can always fix a mistake. All right, now let's come out of here on this side. We'll do the same thing. Just bring the sun in around our little pond back here. Tell you what, let's go ahead and just bring it all the way around. How about that? We'll do the same thing on this side. Just bring it out. It should, John. That's exactly what I said when I started. This is the painting from last night. Different season. I might have to get some more brown. We first have to make some. That's fine. Let's just make some. We'll take some alizarin crimson and some sap green. Just mix these colors together. Instead of going to get a brown, we'll just make one. How about it? Well, that paint just don't want to do right back here at this edge of this canvas. Just smearing this brown on. Everywhere it don't want to act right, I'll fix with a brush here in a little bit. How about that? Now just like that, we got us a little pond that we found while we was rambling back here in these woods. Widen that path in a couple of places. We got a lot of brush work to do, so all of this will make sense eventually. Right now you're probably scratching your head wondering what is Harold doing? Well, don't feel guilty. Harold's scratching the same head, wondering the same thing. Now I know where I'm going. I'm probably just taking a long way to get there. Hey, Sporadic. Thank you, ma'am. All right, I think I am. No, I'm not. I gotta come up here and get me a little white. Bring that over here into my brown now. Let's come up here and give this little tree some highlight over here. We'll highlight him on the left side. Because the light's on this side. Make it look like a little bit come through there on his limbs. Not much, just a little. Okay. Now on this side we'll do the right side. Because he's facing the tree from the right side. And we'll highlight his little trunks. Very little, don't take much. All right, excuse me, y'all. I'm telling y'all this summer cold is kicking mine and my wife's butt, and she went back to the doctor today, and hers has turned into bronchitis. And we're taking medicine for it. But I want to tell you guys something. This is some brutal stuff. I ain't never had nothing like it. You hurt all over. All right, let's put some highlight on our little path back here. Just come in here, back and forth. They gave her a shot of something. I don't even know what it's called. The other day, and it put her on her butt. She has just not been feeling well. Y'all know that, or she'd be down here bugging me in this live. Right, let's add a little highlight through here. It don't take much, just adding a little. Like I said, we got a lot of brush work to do, so oh Lord, what did Locksmith say? Ain't no telling. All I know is it went from 83 degrees here Saturday to supposed to be down in the low 20s tonight So I called the locksmith and I told him, I said, you come get this weather, man, and carry it back to Pennsylvania where it belongs. This weather don't belong here. It's lost. This is the time the little hummingbirds are supposed to start coming in. And I told Cassie earlier, I said, if them birds come in right now, you know what the first thing they're going to say is? You took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. All right, I want a little of this bright color about through here where that sun would come through. We'll come through here and add a little bright color on our pad. You sent it back with tornado. Yeah, you sure did. Oh yeah, Fred, we got heat. We do have heat. We just don't use it much. All right, let's start building some trees. How y'all feel about that? We'll get a little bit, tiny amount there. Maybe an eyedropper full. Let's come over here into our sap green, cad yellow. We'll load that color up on the brush. Now I am using my 1-inch oval, so if y'all wondering, I'll show you here in just a second. This is my 1-inch oval brush. And it's loaded with paint. A lot of paint and a little pressure. Okay. And we just want to come up here and start touching on the color of this tree, the leaves on this tree. And what we want to do is just touch the canvas and get away from it. Don't let that brush drag, or don't try to do nothing fancy with it. Just touch it to the canvas and lift it back off. That's why you want a lot of paint in it. All right, out here on this edge, probably gonna be real bright, so. We'll brighten this spot up right through here. Make it look like a little light snuck through there. Got a hold to it. Alright. We'll do a little on this side. Now it's darker back here because the light's not hitting it, so it don't have to be as light. And we'll stop it about right there. Okay. I think next I'm gonna get just, I'm gonna get just a little bit of the red on my brush. Tap that color right in. Come over here under this tree. We're gonna build a little bush over here under this tree. Back in that dark area back there. Real dark. Alright. We'll come over here a little bit more to yellow. Let's give us just a tad bit of the white. Make this color real light. Load the brush with it. come up here on this tree. And we'll just start giving him some limbs or some leaves. Well, he looks like a real tree now. How about that? He done grew up, guys. Look at him. He's proud out there now. Got some leaves. A little bit more yellow. And our color here. And we'll stop him about right there. Thank you, Sporadic. Alright, I'll come back over here now. I'm going to read. And I'm going to come right here in my Indian yellow. This will give me kind of an orangey color. Make sure you load that brush up. That's the trick. You got to have a lot of paint. If your bristles go to acting like they stopped up, just knock them out of on the palette. All it'll do is put you a splotch of cover down that you can use later. That's all. Alright. Now this one way back here. I don't like that color. Let's put some white in it. Yeah, much better. I like that. It's still a kind of a shade of green, just not as green. All right. And just come through here and grab all these colors that we want. We're moving down into the dark now, so we'll stop that big old tree about right there. I think that's good enough for him. All right. Come back over in my yellow now. A lot of yellow and green in this painting because it's early spring and summer. So, all right, let's pop in a couple little bushes in here under these trees. And start. Now we're gonna bring bushes all the way over to our path here, okay? On both sides. We don't want to leave our little path out. But every now and then get into that color that's got a little more red in it or a little more green in it and change the color up. That way you got several different colors working. Everything don't tie together. Just make one continuous color. You get lost in a paint when it does that. Alright, I'm even going to add a little bit of blue into my yellow this time. Get just a totally different color green. Real white, vivid green. And I'll come on this side. Yeah, there we go. See what I mean? All you gotta do is just change the colors a little. That's all you gotta do. Now we'll come back, steal us a little bit of white now. And these bushes that are out here in this sunlight, we'll light them up. Give them a little light anyway. Alright, let's come back over here now into my yellows. And we'll come up here. You just start working these little bushes down. That's all I'm doing. Every now and then, like I said, I'm just adding another color, you know, just swapping around back and forth on my brush. That's all I'm doing. Every once in a while, come over here and get you another drop of thinner. If your color starts acting like it's wanting to get too thick, and just bring it down right onto your pad. That's all we're doing, just closing that path in. Let's get a little of the crimson. It's just setting up here minding its own business. We'll put a little yellow in it. Not much, just a little. Just enough to tone it down. And we'll come right in here. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Now, whatever you do, don't kill all your dark, okay? Because that dark color is what adds all your depth and stuff in your paint. It makes it look like you can look down into certain areas. Even though you can't, it looks like you can. Come back over here with that red again. Just pop us in some little bushes around the water there. A little bit of orange, a little bit of green. We'll just start coming down through here, tapping some color. Just put us in some little bushes back here. That's all we're doing. So we already got our dark down. The brown's acting as our dark, so. All right, let's take just a little bit of this Payne's gray. Very little. We'll give ourselves like a little brown looking bush right here. Back over into our green. See how mixing your colors and adding colors, see how it just changes? You going through and then bam, there's your little green bush. He's sitting there staring at you. All right, a little more yellow. We'll get back out here where the sun is now. So we want to kind of light him up a little bit. And we'll just come down the bank here with a few. If you want to let some of that brown show through, that's a good thing because it'll look like dirt on your bushes. All right, let's come across here and put this color in. This canvas. How did y'all let me forget that big spot? Wow. Nobody even commented on it. Nobody. Hey, Harold, you left a big hole. Thanks, guys. All right, we filled it up. Look there. We put a little green bush in there. Isn't that cute? Wow, thank you for the paper crane. Hi, Alexa. Oh, well, thank you. All right, we'll come back up here in our colors again. We got a few more little bushes to add in. We'll be moving on to something else. Pick up a little red again. Whack a couple in here. And a little bit more to Indian yellow. A little bit more to white. Pop us in a little bright one back here. He didn't work out quite right. There we go. A little bright one. Maybe a little bit of that sunlight got on. That's what we can tell people anyway. Alright, let's take a little bit more to white. Add it to that same color. And then we'll make sure that his neighbor gets a lot of the sunlight. And then as it goes off in the back here, it's going to get dark. So we'll add in a dark brush back here. You gotta have that. You gotta have that dark to show the light. I mean, that's just a rule of thumb, guys. Without a dark color, you don't have light color. Let's see how much just adding that little bit of dark color right there brighten those up. Just by doing that little bit. That's all we did. Alright, I am done with that brush for now. Alright. I'll take my knife again. Good night, Danita. Good seeing you again. Alright, let's come back here. Create ourselves a little water line back here. Just use this to clean up that bottom edge with. Just make sure you keep your water lines kind of straight. If not, you may put a bucket over there on the side of your canvas. Alright, then we can take us just a tiny bit more to white. Come here, put us a little ripple through. You don't have to do many of these. Bigfoot's bathtub. That's exactly right, Locksmith. Bigfoot's bathtub. All right. Now, I would sneak in here and put a couple of red birds in this paint, but y'all already know to be on the lookout for that, so I can't do it no more. I can't get away with it. I got away with it that one time. That's about it for me. All right, let's come back here now. Add a couple little sticks and twigs back in here. Make it look like some of our bushes do actually have something holding them up. Maybe, yeah, we'll put one right there. Maybe one right there. And on this side. Make a couple back here. They don't take many. And maybe one or two right at the base. Not a big enough pond for a boat. No, sir. There is no boat working in this pond. This is just a peaceful little place you go to get away from everything, give yourself a place to think, you know. All right, let's come over here and paint thinner with our script liner. Let's come up here in our red and just thin us out some red real good. Okay. Get it as thin as ink. Load that brush up. You need a what, locksmith? A boat? Alright. And we'll come right here. Uh-oh. And we'll put it on our H. A place to think. Well, there you go, buddy. I just painted it for you. All right, guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed this painting. Like I said, this was just a painting like we painted last night. Only difference, this is more of a spring, summer. Same place, different time of year. It's a simple little painting to do. It's not hard. There's a couple little tidbits in it that you can have some trouble on, but for the most part, trust me, guys, this painting's fairly easy. It's not hard at all. But now, with that being said, thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll be painting Wednesday night on the other platform with the big red play button. And guys, I need some help over there. I mean, if y'all will, go over there and help me out over there. It's kind of dead. You know, you don't got to do much. Just hit the subscribe button and put a comment on something every now and then. You know, just yes or no or something, anything. I don't care. But I'd appreciate it. It helps me a lot. I would have put in a particular word. I know you would have. I know you would have. All right, guys. See, my puzzle piece popped up, so y'all probably can't hear me. Let me get that fixed right quick. All right, my puzzle piece popped up. So y'all probably didn't hear me, but anyway, I love you guys. God loves you more. Thank y'all for being here, and y'all have a very blessed night. I will see y'all before too long. Have a great night.